Hey everybody, I'm Jami Frankenberry.
And I'm Larry Rubama.
Welcome to our weekly chat about high school football in South Hampton Roads. Larry, 1 week is in the books and it was quite a week. We had some upsets, some surprises. I think, Oscar Smith, Lake Taylor, Indian River, Ocean Lakes all went down in the opener. What did you think of the first week?
You expected Oscar Smith to lose. They're playing DeMatha, nationally ranked. A lot of people are like, oh my God, they got beat 42-7, but we're talking about a nationally ranked team. Ocean Lakes, hey, what's happening now? They lose to Salem, the streak goes away. And then Lake Taylor and Indian River losing both surprised me. I was really surprised with those.
Yeah, that was a surprise. I mean, of those teams, I think we expect Oscar Smith to bounce back. What about those other teams? Who's most likely to bounce back after that opening loss, do you think?
Well, Ocean Lakes has to. If Ocean Lakes doesn't win this week, they're going to be 0-2. People are going to say, oh, what happened to Chris Scott? And I hate to have that happen because Joe Jones is a very good coach out there. He has those guys playing. It's a new system, new coaches, new players. He's adapting. So I hope, I'm pretty sure they're going to win. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I mean, you take a look at everything that went on. Bishop Sullivan, while all those teams behind them lost, the Crusaders won. They stay on top. So let's look at this week's games. We got some really good games coming up. We have some games on Thursday. All the Beach District gets underway on Thursday. We got Lansdowne at Princess Anne. Larry, who you got in that one?
I like Princess Anne. I picked against them last week. I'm sure they're going to say, yeah, Larry, see, we got you. You did. You got me. Okay, so win this week. You better win this week, so I'm picking you. So I like Princess Anne.
Yeah, I'm going to go the opposite way. I'm going to take the Eagles, mainly because Larry picked Princess Anne. I think Princess Anne is going to play well, but Lansdowne, I think, is hungry. They had an injury-filled season last year, and I think they're going to. I think it's going to be a good game, but I like the Eagles in that one. Then you talked about Ocean Lakes and Joe Jones. They, I think, have to win. They play First Colonial at Ocean Lakes. Who you got in that one, Larry?
I got to go with the Ocean Lakes. I like the way they got to come back. They got to bounce back. It's a home game. First Colonial didn't look good against Princess Anne last week. Ocean Lakes will be rolling this week. They're going to get back. They're going to get that victory and go 1-1.
Right. Ocean Lakes, their Beach District winning streak is out the window, so I think they can kind of wipe the slate clean. I also think the Dolphins are going to win this week. Now, two Bishops going against each other. A big game, Bishop Sullivan at Bishop Ireton. Now, Bishop Ireton is in the same conference as DeMatha Catholic, which came down here and whipped Oscar Smith. What do you think in this one? This was 1 o'clock on Thursday.
I think Bishop Ireton will give them a game much better than Liberty Christian did, but I see Bishop Sullivan rolling. It's their first road game. They got the thing going. They want to prove to people, yes, we got all these people. We're going to be good. We are going to be the best team in the area. They're going to keep it rolling.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, Kaylin LeBourne had a huge game last week. There was a lot of excitement, a big crowd at Bishop Sullivan, so it'll be interesting to see how they do on the road. Now let's move to Friday. I think the game of the week this week is Lake Taylor at Western Branch. We talked about the Titans losing. I think this is a big game for them. What do you like in this game?
Lake Taylor has to win. They got to win. The last time that they started 0-2 was 1991. The last time they lost back-to-back games was 2004. They got to win this game. They're going to go over there to Western Branch, but Western Branch is good as well. Western Branch season opener. I was talking to Greg Gibson, the coach over at Western Branch. He said he got to sit there and watch Lake Taylor and watch Lake Taylor, have some problems fumbling the ball, had a lot of penalties. But I think Lake Taylor, Hank Sawyer is going to have those guys ready. They're going to put it together, put those things behind them, and get rolling.
Yeah, Lake Taylor had 4 fumbles last week, 12 penalties. I know you talked to Coach Hank Sawyer, and he wants to clean that up. I think the Bruins, though, they got 16 starters back this season. Keith Bryant, 1,000-yard rusher. I think they're gonna give Lake Taylor a game. I think the Bruins are gonna win this game. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out.
I think the key also is going to be that line of scrimmage. You got some great guys on Lake Taylor's side, including Ewell, who's going to Notre Dame. But then the other side, Western Branch is averaging like 265 pounds a man on that line. So that's going to be the key, is in the trenches.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's going to be a great game. So let's move on. Oscar Smith at Nansemond River. I don't think this is your Nansemond River team of a few years ago. I think they're going to give Oscar Smith a game, but I still think the Tigers keep that winning streak going in the Southeastern District.
I do too. I think Oscar Smith, as I said, they played one of the top teams in the country last week. They're upset, they're angry, they were embarrassed. They're going to come out and they're going to try to put it to Nansemond River. In fact, the last time that the Tigers lost to Nansemond River was 2002. Also, that was the last time that the Tigers lost back-to-back games. I don't see that happening. I think that Oscar Smith's going to roll.
Yeah, the winning streak is 82 consecutive games. Nansemond River lost 42-0 to Oscar Smith last season. I think this one will be closer, but I still like the Tigers in this one. Now, another big game, Norview traveling to the Richmond area to play Highland Springs on Friday. The Springers are the defending state champions in Group 5A. They're number 1 in the Richmond area. Norview played well. They moved up to number 2 in our poll. But Larry, what do you think about the Springers and the Pilots?
The Springers are tough. I mean, very tough. I don't see Norview pulling off the upset up there. I mean, they're going on the road. Last year, the Springers beat them 49-21. Juwan Carter, the quarterback, he threw a touchdown this past week against Hermitage. They beat a very good Hermitage team, and he also ran for 2 touchdowns. I just don't think they got it, but who knows? I hope they go up there and surprise, but I'm going with Highland Springs.
Yeah, I am too. I think, Juwan Carter, the quarterback for Highland Springs, is back this season. I think he missed most or all of last season with an injury. They've got their 2 top receivers back from last year's state championship team. And I think at home the Springers are going to play well. Now, Norview's quarterback, Dariel Mack, and running back Kevin Marks, a Buffalo commit, they had pretty good games last week. So I think they're going to be the difference if Norview's going to spring the upset.
They got to be the difference because one of the things when I talked to Coach Delton Cotton last week, he was telling me one thing that he was upset about was there was 4 or 5 drop passes. That can't happen. You can't do that against Highland Springs. Kevin Marks is going to bring it again. I mean, he's really maturing to a really good player right now. Coach said he's being a leader on the team. If he has a big game, who knows what can happen? But the receivers got to step up this week.
Right. Well, that's our look at the big games this week. You can check out all of our predictions for all the games in the on the game plan page in the Pilot on Thursday this week because we have Thursday and Friday games. If you want to reach out, you have a question or a comment, you want to talk about a specific game next week, leave a comment or reach out to us on Twitter at Jami VP, at LH Rubama, and of course at 757Teamz. We'll see you at the game.